Alright, we have an Xbox One X. Let's throw it on and give it a test. It's supposedly in for no video. Well, let's just double check and make sure. Make sure it actually stays on. That's a good thing. Okay. It's been on long enough that I'm fairly convinced that there's actually no video. So what we'll do is we'll disassemble it. We'll down to the board. We'll probably run a drive test just to be sure. I don't know that they did one or not. And then we'll check at board level if the drive passes. Okay? Alright, successfully completed, and it looks like it's fine. So we will move on to board level. Okay, we have the board out of the housing and we're ready to perform some tests. Switch you over to scope so you can follow along. We'll be testing in continuity mode. And we just want to make sure that everything between the circuit, the retimer, and the HDMI port are fine. First thing I'm going to do real quick is just do a pin test. Make sure we're all good. Alright, seems fine. Now we're going to test these filters. Make sure you are well focused here. And make sure I'm zoomed out enough. I do have a habit of being zoomed in. Sorry about that. Okay, now I want to check and make sure there are no shorts to ground where there shouldn't be. This one is ground. Alright, so I want to check throughput and make sure our lines are going through. And we might as well make sure that everybody's happy over here too. Alright, we're getting good throughputs from everything. We can test around the retimer, but it rarely ever presents as shorted. It just fails gracefully. And that appears to be the case this time. And we'll test around this little driver chip just to be sure too. Alright, everything appears to be okay. So I am at this point suspecting we have ourselves a retimer problem, which is typical for this model of Xbox. And that would be the TDP 158. While I'm preparing and setting up my equipment, throw up the temperatures I'll be using for this repair. I don't expect I'll be using the Pico pencil unless something catastrophic happens. Do not jinx me on that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the placement. We will put it back in the board and put it together enough to do a test. Well, actually, I'm going to clean it up off screen, then we'll put it back in the board, back in the housing, and do a quick test and see how it went. Alright, we're set up for a test. Plug in our power. Hit our button. And see how we did. Alright, that's a good sign. Let's flip over to capture. Go to settings. And we want TV display options. And we want to change our resolution to 1080p. Yes. And it appears we are good. So that was our duty today. Oops. Alright, everything looks good. Okay, in summary, we had the issue with this Xbox One X was no video. We took it apart, we tested the drive tested out fine. We did a diagnostics on the board. Everything seemed to be pointing to retimer. We replaced the retimer. Everything seems to be testing out fine, and we're good to go. If you have any questions about the equipment I use in this video, take a look in the description below. They should all be linked down there. If you like this video, please hit the like button on your way out. If you like this type of content, please subscribe and maybe hit the notification bell. You'll know every time I post something. I post about 2 videos a week at this point. So, all right. Again, appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.